And good afternoon, folks. This is Carl with Carl Beginning, Gabino Diaz Lawn Care Service. It is Monday, November 9th. It is raining here in West Central Florida. Not too heavy, just some light rain showers going past the through over the last few hours. If you can get a view out there. So it ain't too bad. We're not working this week anyway. This is our off week. We're cutting twice a month here in the St. Petersburg area. We're cutting the first and third week of each month. Someone asked me a question the other day, and I just get back to them. How did I get started into the lawn care business? Well, I did garbage for 18 years. Worked for a local garbage company here in Florida for 9.5 years. Before that, I worked in the garbage business up in Kentucky. So in 2011, I decided I needed some extra money, a little part-time job. So I went out and got some lawn accounts. I think I had about 6 or 7. I did those for about 2 months with the push mower and a hatchback Nissan Sentra. And then after about 2 months, I had enough money saved up. I decided to go ahead and buy me a commercial mower. I went out and bought me a Exmark Metro walk behind pistol grip. I had a Suzuki put on it. Went to Home Depot, bought a utility trailer, and I did that probably about 3 or 4 more months, hauling that around my little Nissan Sentra. Then decided to, about November of that year, I decided to go out and buy a used Chevy S10 that I found on Craigslist. I think I got it for $750, get $200 into it. Used that for like a year, for like the next year. Pull my equipment around. By the second season I got into it, I had about 15 or 16 accounts. I think I had 7 the first year, got about 15 or 16 the second year. Working a full-time job. I was getting up at 4 o'clock every morning, going to work, getting to work about 5, getting off between 1 and 3, going out and cut grass. Well, all my helpers decided they didn't want to work. They moved away, some of them went to jail, whatever. Some of them got second jobs, so they left me hanging. It got to be too much, so I thought, you know what? I have a buddy who wants some extra money. I sold him my equipment, my trailer, and my accounts. And he did it for about 2 or 3 weeks and moved to the east coast of Florida. Dropped everybody, left them hanging. Made me a little mad, but made me look stupid and dumb, but that's life. So in 2013, towards the end of the year, a good friend of mine and I was talking about starting a business, and I said, hey, there's good money in the lawn mowing business, but there's a lot of competition here in Florida. He's like, really? Yeah, come up with some starting price. We'll get some accounts and we'll go in business together. He kicked it around, I kicked it around. So in 2014, we opened the doors, went out, got about 10 accounts, went out and bought the commercial equipment that you see me using now, the Bright and the Standard. We started that, March, April 2014. Got up to about 17 accounts. About November, he bailed on me. And he went and took a full-time job that he's done before, but he wasn't doing a lot of work, and caused him to travel a lot. So, no problem. I kept going. Had to buy a new truck. My Chevy S10 couldn't pull the heavy equipment and the big trailer that we ended up buying. That's where I got my Dodge Ram from. And then, in the beginning of 2015, he told me he wanted his name off the company. He was done. He didn't want to do it no more. I'm like, all right. Continued to work my full-time job and cutting grass. I did lose 2 customers last winter. Went down to 15 from 17. March, of course, they come back. April, I think I picked up about 3 accounts. It wasn't too bad. Still working a full-time job. I had a website built. I believe the month of April, I met a guy, Dave, with Dave's Lawn Care, who is much older than I am. I'm 45. He's in his 60s, I think. Sorry, Dave. Anyway, he couldn't take on any more accounts. Wouldn't nobody handle any more accounts. I'm like, sure, give me all the accounts you can get. By the end of May, I had picked up another 7 accounts. Still working a full-time job. Hired help. We were out doing the lines. I think June, I picked up like 10 or 15 more. Dude, this company's taking off quick. I need to make a decision what to do. Somebody said, hey, why don't you let your employee drive your truck while you're at work? Then meet up with him. No. I quit my full-time job. The lawn service exploded. Like I said, I started off 17 in 2015. This year, I think I have 98 customers. I believe 91 are active, something like that. So that's how I got into it. I cut grass all summer, hired my employee. We cut our butts off. We kept building the company. We have now picked up a couple of commercial accounts. I did go out today and look at 2 commercial accounts, and the owner of those commercial accounts, his own house. I have to call him back and give him the prices here shortly. So that's how I got into the grass cutting business. Here in Florida, it is a cutthroat business. There is thousands, thousands of lawn care companies. Not saying they're legit, because I know a lot of them are not licensed or insured, but there's a lot of people out here cutting grass. And I've lost a couple. They undercut me, or gave them a price, or really undercut me and did a bad job, and I got some of those customers back. Good field to get into. If you're thinking about getting into the lawn care business, I suggest you do it. Start out small. Like I said, I did a push mower in the back of a hatchback with a weed eater, blower, edger, all shoved in the hatchback for 3 months. You're not going to get rich overnight doing this unless you just happen to have a golden spoon in your mouth and you're handed some large commercial accounts. But then if you lose them, there's your money makers. Residential, do a good job, keep your prices reasonable, and they'll keep you all year. You'll have a few. I have had a few. Hey, look, I know I'm twice a month, year round. My grass ain't growing much. Only cut me once or twice in the winter months. So between November and April, just come once a month. I'm not paying you what you're charging me for about a week or twice a month cut. When they call me next year and said let's go back up to twice a month cutting, okay. If I started you at 60, I'm just gonna say it's 65 this year because I need to make up a little bit of money where it cut me over the winter. I had one guy cut me totally. Says I'll cut it during the winter months. I want it real low, like 1.5 inches. Dude, I'm not cutting you 1.5 inches. The lowest I will cut you at 275, and that is pushing it because if we don't get any rain in the winter, your yard's gonna dry up. I don't want to be responsible for it and have to replace it. Well, I don't like those little bitty white flowers. Okay. So he done that last year too, so no big deal. Most of our yards here in Florida, like this, that nice thick green grass. We cut them at 3 1/4. Nice yards there, St. Augustine grass, and I can't remember some of the other names of the grass there. It's nice, real thick. They get cut between 4 and 4.5 inches. But for the majority of them, I cut everything about 3 1/4, beard round. So this video's getting long. I just seen it's almost 10 minutes long. That's how I got into the business. I'm not regretting anything. It is hard work. Being the owner, it's a lot of work. Paperwork. Keep all your receipts. You hire an employee or employees. That's where it gets real difficult. But it's hard to find good help. I know a lot of people hire help in the summertime but lay them off in the wintertime, or the off season as I would call it. My employee, I kept, he's on a salary. He's getting paid to sit home this week. But if I need him to go look at the yard for me, he's also a sales rep. We're going to go out later this week, maybe check a few apartment complexes out. But he worked for me year round. I pay him a salary year round. So you gotta save your money. Don't be going out spending your money on everything that you see. You know, nice commercial mower. You know, I have a 32-inch right standard. I also have a 44-inch Ferris. Somebody says you need both mowers. No, but the Ferris is very nice when you got large yards. And then use the Ferris on most of the yards. And the yards I can't get in the backyard with the Ferris, I use the Ride-On. So that's 2 lawnmowers. I have 2 weed eaters, 1 edger. My employee loves edging with a weed eater, so he can do that. I have a backpack blower. And I have a backup handheld blower when it wants to start. So start out small, folks. Grow your company. And like I said, you can make it. It is a lot of hard work, a lot of headaches, but it's worth it. Alright folks, that's the end of it. This is a little bit over 11 minutes old. Our recording. This is Carl with Carl B. Gideon, Gabino Diaz Lawn Care Service. Have a great week. Keep growing, keep mowing, and keep making money, folks. My slogan is, through service, we grow. Thank you.